Hello.
What up? I forget every time. This is so close.
Hey. I'm painting our little thing.
My little filter on.
Hey,
Carmen girl. I'm so close. I had to back up. Because y'all not going to be able to see me for real. We're about to have a little reality TV chat, Carmen Wu, if you want to stay and cackle with us.
Okay. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, Gabe. So stupid. Okay, so
I think my thing is a little high. Let me see if I can bring it down because half my face is cut off.
That's how I was looking. That's why I tilted my. There you go.
Like I got a medium box. Maybe I'll put it on the medium box. Really?
Oh snap! We can't. We finna have the same technical issues as yesterday. Can you hear me? Is it working, child?
I did, but I needed some kind of stand that I don't have for my iPad, and then I realized I didn't charge it either. So,
ooh, when I go off the
I
screen,
need something that I could fit the charger into.
Oh, got you.
So it's propped up on my mic right now. To be honest.
Let me turn off all of these announcements because folks is texting right now. Don't call me, honey. She not finna answer. Anyway, how long do you want to give us? A couple of minutes, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
This is still too high.
Well, how you doing, Carmen? Carmen is a dope hairstylist here in the area, and that is her hot pink coif. I love it. It's gorgeous.
Oh. Hey, Carmen Gabe.
Oh, friend, I am drinking brown liquor. Can you believe it?
Welcome. Welcome to the dark side.
Girl, so, okay, look, right. You know, a sister
Literally
never has juice in the house. So I had to bust out the juicer real fast, and I juiced me some Granny Smith apples. Wow. So I have Granny Smith apples, Crown vanilla, because it was a gift, and a dash of Sauvignon Blanc. And this is delicious.
Delicious and busy, child. Okay.
I mean, it's more juice than it is the alcohol. It's okay. I won't go to work till like 10:30 if you're right.
All right.
So yes. All right. So are you new to watching the Love and Marriage Huntsville?
No.
Okay.
I have been watching this mess since season 1, episode 1. I might have been there on the pre-episode 1.
Ditto. Same.
Yes.
So, okay. First, for starters, even though like people always get on me because I think the Martell Holt is so damn fine, but he is so trash. Like he's trash.
Attractive. He's like 90s fine. He gives that 90s it's almost more chestnutty sort of vibe.
I can see it. I think like as much as it's a gift and a curse for him, like his swagger and the way he walks, his attitude and how he speaks is just as attractive as his physical attractiveness. But here's the thing: the stuff that he be saying is bullshit. It's just the tone of his voice and how he talks, not like what he's saying.
No, I don't even find his tone very attractive. It comes off as whiny to me. So, you know whose tone is actually oddly very attractive to me? Marsau. Marsau is so
Bitch.
he is so, listen, I mean, he's garbage. Let's be clear. Like, he is big trash.
Basura.
Like, basura. He is big trash. But the way, like, how he was conning Kimmy into, like, helping him with Tisha's party, and even last season, the way he was talking to Mel outside, and Mel was like, go ahead, Martell, go ahead. I mean, Marsau, go ahead, Marsau. It was like outside, it was outside in front of her new office, and he was saying something like kind of funny to her, and she was like, Marsau, go, just go. Like, he has that vibe, that just go somewhere and sit down vibe, but that's funny to me. So I find him to be funny if he wasn't garbage. So there's that.
No, thank you. Look, not my eyelash moving, Jesus. I went over here and it was like
flicking my braids. God bless. So yeah.
But
all right. No. So do you want to run this down in order? How you want to talk about it?
Just run it down in order because you got the Huntsville folks first. So let's do it.
All right. Boom. Are we doing like a recap of what happened in the episode? What?
We can.
I guess.
Doesn't matter. Well, we ain't got but like an hour.
All right. Well, we'll do it quick.
Long, no one else.
Yeah, we'll do it quick then. So, we open up with Mel. We see Destiny is divorced. Not surprised. We see that Kimmy and Tisha have kind of officially fallen out, and now Marsau is trying to con Kimmy into helping him plan Tisha's graduation party. Martell is continuing to be trash, and yeah, at the end is Letitia's graduation celebration. So let's get into it.
I feel like we should start at the end with the Tisha and Kimmy shit.
Fine, let's do it.
Because like I am very much on Kimmy's side because Tisha is annoying. Like, girl, and you are too old to expect somebody to kiss your ass in the way in which you want them to, and you never offered that same type of like love and affection and like covering, dare I say, for this person. But you want her to like go to bat for you over some beef that you got with somebody that she doesn't have. That's childish.
I totally agree. I definitely wrote like she has to grow up. Period. Full stop. And also this issue with her and Kimmy gets on my nerves because it feels like she's trying to demand loyalty from a type of loyalty from Kimmy as it relates to Mel. And Kimmy is like both like, yes, you're my sister-in-law, but like both of y'all are sort of my friends, and I'm trying to do the best I can knowing that y'all aren't seeing eye to eye. But now they're I guess Tisha and Mel are trying to get back together. So now,
what is the problem?
It's like one of those situations. I always said this. Sorry, I bounce around a lot from reality show to reality show, but it's sort of like how I feel about Housewives of New Jersey. It's like you don't come in between. You don't pick sides between Melissa and Teresa. Like, you never do that because you're going to be the one left out. They're going to make up because they're family, and you're going to be the one left out.
Out on your keister, as my mother would say.
Huh?
I said, out on your keister, as my mother would say.
Yes. So I feel like it is something of that in that trio right there.
I just don't like, I'm going to be tired of her real fast, and we're going to be crying all season, her being Tisha all season about how Kimmy is not supporting her in the way in which she wants to be supported. Like, baby, you're going to have to move on. You saying that you know, like, you let it go and you accept it for what it is, but then here you are still hemming and hawing about the same thing.
Yeah.
And at the same token, like, you're also putting Kimmy to, like, subjecting Kimmy to a whole bunch of, like, folderol and fiddly-dee with your crazy-ass mother. Like,
whole family, like her entire family was
and the siblings.
The siblings, her cousin, they were all over there talking to Kimmy like, well, you know how Tisha is. Like, okay, at a certain point, yes, I know how you are, and I still need you to do better. So that's done. Like, that's how I feel about it.
Like, my thing is, why is everybody expecting Kimmy to be the adult in the situation when everybody is of adult age? It doesn't make any sense.
Very, very adult age. And
like,
Tisha got whole ass almost grown kids. Like, her oldest son is like almost a teenager or something. So, What are we doing
like
here?
Ghetto. So, Okay, let's move forward. What was it? The first scene was like Martell and the girl that owns Madani.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Destiny.
So like, I like Destiny in spurts. Like that when she first came on as like a guest of the show or a friend of the show or whatever the case may be. She was pregnant at that time and she was real like unnecessarily catty with Kimmy, and I didn't like that. But last season she was great. So I'm like, okay, I can get with her. Like maybe it was just the pregnancy hormones running through her brain, and she was like reading things into things that didn't necessarily exist. So we'll give you a pass. We all have hormonal moments, right? But like, I scratched the neck, right? I'm on the fence. Much as I like her, like I also, I'm forever in like equally we are in the vlogospheres on the tube of you, where they be talking about, especially Funky Dineva talked about how Destiny and her husband were the couple that hurried up and got married so they could be on this show. And so that was a while ago. And so I feel like you ran into this too fast, and then you created a life out of it, and then now you're like divorced. And like, I am a single woman, so I can't judge any of that, but like, if Funky was correct in that they did all of those things just to be on this show, and then literally he wasn't even there at all last season, and then the first episode of this season she talking about him getting divorced. Like, girl,
I'll be honest, like, I didn't think even if the relationship was like legit, I did not think their relationship was gonna last, period. Because to me, it just felt like he was very traditional and he wanted things his way, and she was like, they had been long distance and all of this other stuff, so it just didn't seem like it was gonna work out. Like she wasn't gonna come and just be that submissive wife in a woman's place, as Martell says, and let the man be the man.
He don't like, your place is out here swinging dick. Okay, like,
hello somebody.
Like, what are you talking about, baby? You can't talk to me about nothing. You have allegedly several illegitimate children, not just the one that we knew about from last season.
Yeah. So,
hey, new friends that are joining.
Hey, y'all. I actually didn't have a problem with him acknowledging all 5 of his kids in that Instagram thing. I thought that was a little petty by Destiny, but whatever.
I mean, so I didn't think it was, I didn't have a problem with it either, but at the same token, I feel what Destiny was saying, where it was like, it's a time and a place for everything. Like, why not give that child a specific, I don't think she said this, but this is what my thinking was. Why not give that child their own post and welcome them into your, like, celebrity or faux celebrity, pseudo celebrity world? You know what I'm saying? And as opposed to piggybacking, I think it's a boy. So instead of piggybacking him onto the last child that the world knows about, you're gonna slap him under there like he's an afterthought.
I didn't think that. I was just like, I thought he was acknowledging all 5 of his kids. Like, it would have been weird to me if he had said, I'm done with Milani. I think that's what the little girl's name is. Yeah. And then just not acknowledge that he's going to have to go through this one more time with his new child. That would have been weird to me. And I know, like, I get what they were saying as far as, like, Mel might feel a certain kind of way, but they're divorced. So it's like, and it's the right thing to do to acknowledge all of his children together and not just, like, act like these 4 are over here and this one is like,
I mean, I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, right?
But I mean, I could see if they were still together and they were trying to make it work, then I feel like that's a little bit different. But they're divorced, so
this face is killing me. I mean, I get it. I hear you, right? But at the same token, I just feel like the piece of it that I am stuck on is that I feel where Destiny's coming from, and that it was an intentional dig. Like, you were trying to, like, make it something when it didn't have to be anything.
Oh, I didn't think that. I didn't get that from what I read, but I could be wrong. Martell is...
He's a Capricorn, I believe, and, like, those Capricorn men be calculated as fuck. That was a goddamn dig.
he is a particularly problematic human being. So, you know.
As are most Capricorn men. And I be shading the shit out of them. Don't care. Fine as fuck, but problematic too.
So not a whole lot happened with Mel. I feel like if Mel, no, not in this episode. I just feel like I would like her a lot more if she didn't use Martell's reasoning sometimes. It's the Martell in her that sometimes gets on my nerves. Just meaning like...
What?
No. The way she reasons things out and the way she explains it, like with Tisha. Like how when they were arguing and keeping all that mess stirred up, it was very much like, yeah, but I did this because you did that. And then you did that.
Yeah.
It's like that tit for tat back and forth stuff. And I can't take. Like, ugh.
Childish.com.
It's childish.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Melanie, I'm like our fair friend Dustin says of the friend zone, I'm with you when you're right, you know? Like, and so for me, Melanie is just a lot. And I'm interested to see this season if her being single now and doing things however she sees fit, if the allotness is going to still be in existence. Because that persona could have been created.
I don't think so. Because I liked her last season as long as she wasn't with Martell.
Yeah.
Agreed. And prior to that, I was very much like I felt like she was kind of delusional. And like, I was just like, you going up a lot for this human who has just treated you like trash. But after the Martell thing kind of ran its course, or their marriage ended, I liked her a lot more. So I think I'm gonna like her this season, and I like her wigs better.
Girl, that damn long ass wig is some trash. Carmen Boo, if you can get a hold of the Atlanta, or not Atlanta, where they at? Alabama? Yeah, Huntsville, Alabama crew. Please fix her wig.
Here's the thing. I don't think it was great. I didn't say it was great. I said it was better.
Girl, I would almost rather see her with the short, like, whatever wig she had with the platinum hair.
I'm not talking about, like, necessarily, like, the style of it. I'm just talking about last time it was, like, it just looked like a quick weave. Like, it looked like a...
I mean, it always looked like a quick weave. Like,
yes. I'm not a wig girl, just to be clear. But, like...
I am not either, but my girls do it well.
I know, but it just looked better. Like, it looked better blended or something this time around. Yes, it did. Versus her wigs up until now, it looked a lot better. That
like shake and go. I'm not gonna do this. That's terrible. Let me shut up.
Again, I did not say it was good. I said it was better.
I mean, okay. All right, I'm gonna let you have that. We're gonna slide on. You know who else?
Better.
Since we on the wigs of things, Destiny's hair usually be good, but for some reason she be having that damn scarecrow ass hat on top of her head, and that should be perched up here above. Like the hat should be at least right here. It be perched like right there. So like, is the closure and shit like fucked up? Like it's going on.
I don't know anything about anything, to be completely honest with you, but yeah, I don't know. But to me, Mel's wigs look better than they had in the past, which is not saying much because they were terrible in the past.
I guess we're going to see as we progress forward, right?
We're going to see. All right, let's pump
what else was there that happened? The thing with, you mentioned that in passing. Marsau didn't really have nothing going on. But I'm excited to see the storyline about him and his alleged illegitimate children. Girl, I couldn't get that out, right? Mm-hmm. I promise you it's not the alcohol. Sometimes I just can't get these words right. My mouth just don't be wanting to function. Anyway, he apparently there's like storyline from like the super trailer that came out before the show started that he's going to be talking about his alleged, let me get my words together, his alleged illegitimate children or child. I'm like, And did you see in that commercial that homegirl from what's that show we was watching? To Find Love or whatever the hell it was called on OWN. The girl that was dating AJ.
Ready for Love.
Yes. She was on the show, walking in the room with him. Yes, God. I was like,
Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Baby, yes. I had to rewind that thing back and look at her again because, you know, she also was another one that had bad wigs, right? And so I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
this is
Wait. You talking about Kyra or you talking about Alexis?
Kyra. No,
okay.
Kyra. Listen, I told you, Kyra plays to win, okay? She was on all the shows. So I'm curious to see where else she might pop up.
All right, cool.
Hey, Joy!
Joy! Hi, friend. All right. Let's do Potomac.
No, we got to say that for last. We got to say the Potomac for last, girl.
All right. I don't have very much to say about the Encore.
I mean, well, we can spend a lot of time on Potomac. But, so, what I will say about the Encore is that I'm living for Nivea. I didn't realize that she was going to be this funny. And
she is hilarious.
Girl, she sounds like she's been drinking all the time. I'm like, that's...
my kind of carrying on.
Right. That's what I was going to say. My kind of carrying on, okay? Praise God, amen. But yeah, she's hysterical. I think what happened the last thing was, this is about to sound terrible, but the white girl went home, and I don't mean it like that. What is her name? Aubrey, yes. Listen, you know I love Danity Kane.
Hey, listen.
I love the Danity of
Danity Kane stand over here, okay? The girls,
ditto.
They boomed and they cacked, okay? They did.
They did, but like, I forgot her name.
And Aubrey had the good ideas in the house.
She did, but she was also annoying.
And then she went and laid down and didn't get back up.
You make it sound like she died.
I mean, she didn't die, but she just left the house. So, I mean, her time is over in that situation.
Listen, I'm like, so, I don't, you know what? I feel like this needs to be a conversation for the podcast. I'm going to be so bad. Reckless of the mouth because I didn't have brown liquor. So I'm just going to not say anything about Aubrey.
We'll put a pin in that and do a Lucy episode. But
please, because the things that are like running through.
I have a controversial take. I don't think it was that controversial based on what Twitter was saying.
I don't be in the Twitter streets, so tell me about it.
Something happened between Kima and Pam. I feel like Pam was
I had to think about
away.
it.
I feel like Pam was running away from Total to be delivered.
Girl,
from Kima.
Don't do this. That was just delivered.
That is what I feel, because when Kima came and they was doing all the like, it was just it gave very intimate vibes to me.
And okay, so now that you're saying this, I see, right? I see where you're coming from, right? So because
am I wrong?
Kima kept talking about, I'm your friend. I don't care about this music shit. I'm your friend, and it's like, but so initially I thought, like, but do you, like, are you really just a friend, or do you really care about this music shit? Because later on she came back and stop making this game.
Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. I mean, I didn't pick that up, but you are not wrong. No. I'm just that whole experience was very perplexing.
I'm telling you this because
your favorite couple was on the show. It was too.
Ooh.
What is your name from 808? Why did I call the group 808? What's the group called? Black.
Shit. Black.
Oh my God.
I cannot see either of those two people without seeing that clip in my head. I didn't
either. Because he came in there with all the flowers like, hey. And then she talking about, my baby.
Yikes.
Very reminiscent of like Bobby and Whitney minus like, the cocaine.
Joy says she hasn't watched, but when she does,
listen, Joy, you have to pull you up here so you can chat with us once you catch up.
Yes. So
the Encore is a good time.
It's a good time. It's shady.
The 702 girls. Okay, so what are your thoughts?
They might have needed some pre-work before they came to. They needed some warm-up vocals before the warm-up vocals at the house. Like, it was rough.
Girl, I like
rough.
All that cigarette smoking will fuck up your voice.
I don't know that the voice was that strong to begin with.
Exactly. In agreement. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you when you're right, friend. Yeah. Like, yeah, no, it's a whole lot of with the 702 girls or women, because like they older than us. The hell I'm talking about.
It's a lot. Yeah, I agree.
So obviously the show favorite for me is Nivea.
I don't even think that's up for debate.
Like right after Nivea, I would give it to the
Shamari. I like Shamari in this context. I didn't like her on Housewives, but I like her here.
I mean, I didn't mind her on Housewives. She was just drunk all the time. That's what I remember about her on the Housewives. The people that I hate the least are the twins. And
you hate them the least?
I mean, the most.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Wrong word. Hello, brown liquor.
Oh, yikes.
I don't hate them. Hate is a strong word. I just really dislike them. And I think that they should not ever be on television again.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily not on television. Maybe just not on a show like this, where you have to work with other people, because they are good at working with each other. That's it. Yeah. And
they need to grow up a little bit, because
a lot of it.
Yeah, they really go from like zero to like pew. Like every little slight, every little incident, it's like, we're here and I heard this. And it's never like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. I heard such and such a Dutch. It's like, and I'm just like,
psychotic as fuck. I'm like, girl, wait a minute.
It's like several times every episode. And I'm just like, I can't with this. This is too much for me.
Yes. Too much. Like, literally, 1 minute is I love you, Aubrey, and the next minute, was you talking shit about the music?
And like, she didn't even say that. She just said they had vibes, and she meant that they didn't have nowhere that they go, shake a tush with, and they don't. She did not lie.
Ghetto.
They have praise and worship. They have Hillsong, but they don't have nothing that you can, Yeah, exactly. The twins think they're more than they are. That's exactly it.
I'm with you. When you're right.
That's it. That's it.
I am just like, so the twins are Geminis. Nivea is a Libra. I think Shamari is a Sagittarius. I don't know about Aubrey or Pam. And the 702 girls, I don't know about them either.
In Signal, well, no, that's not nice.
I mean,
that wasn't nice. It's
true, like, because like, so I will say Irish of the 702 girls was in the last episode complaining about not feeling connected and feeling embarrassed, or was that Aubrey? Both of them was kind of like in the same boat, and it was just like, but why? Like, if you're here, you're part of the group. If you're not being put on songs the way you want to be put on songs, then you need to speak up. But that's not actually what's happening. Instead, you in the confessionals bitching about how you're not getting no time.
Yeah. I mean, listen, ma'am, you might just be a background vocalist.
She said that. So, like, what is the problem? Be happy to be in the room.
Yeah, I mean, you heard.
Because ain't nobody thought about 702 in 90,000 years.
Listen, I wouldn't go that far, because I will still play a little piece of 702 from time to time.
Ditto, but we are, well, let me not do that, because
we are grown adults. We are well into adulthood. We are grown adults. I'm comfortable with that, and I'm going no further. Thank you.
Listen, I am of auntie age, okay? 702 music is of auntie age, okay?
Give it a little bop.
Auntie age. Kendra just don't be wanting to admit that she is in that realm. Well, she's not ready to
let's not do that today. Let's not do that today. I said I'm good and grown, and I am.
Yeah, agreed. Don't disagree. But I feel like that's like a running joke of the podcast now, because I'm always
Can we not make it that? Can we not make it that? Okay, great.
Moving along.
Real Housewives of Potomac.
Mother Karen. I love her.
Karen got some good work done too, by the way, because I saw her on Watch What Happens Live last week, and I was like, Karen looks good.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good.
Very.
So, Karen is gonna Karen. Why did Wendy have a sip and see for them titties?
And her booty that she didn't want to claim at that dinner.
I was so irritated by that. I was like, and it seemed like they all had to drive hella far to get there. And if I drive hella far and I'm here for, you know, an event, allegedly, I mean, I know it's COVID, but I'm out here for an event and you give me this little teeny piece of food, and then, I mean, the food looked okay. But it was okay. It wasn't anything extravagant. Like, if I'm driving out here, like, you could give me a little piece of jollof rice or something.
Now, you know, that damn, who wouldn't have been eating? Let's have that conversation real fast.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't have eaten the jollof rice? Robin.
Who cares? I mean, I'm there. If I'm going, I want something spectacular. Because
Indeed,
like
I would have been throwing down.
Give me an hour and a half away. And I'm not driving for an hour and a half for this regular ass food. I could go down the street for that. And all for a sip and see for your titties. I know. I don't want it.
No thanks.
And yes, but she did have a tummy tuck that she's not claiming all her work talking about a nip and a tuck. Girl, you had more than a nip and a tuck in some of them places.
A nip and a tuck.
You better cut it out.
While we at it, you stuffed some of that stuff that you nipped into your ass.
Yeah.
You was
nipped it out of your stomach.
Who said that? Kima was like she was flat as a diving board or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, girl, get out of here. Like, she's just annoying. But she also is a Gemini. And I'd be like, y'all are just doing a lot. I pay attention to the signs that are in the groups. Because it's always interesting how people interact.
I only know the Virgos because that's how I am. And you know, Giselle is like the ultimate hater, but something about her is so funny to me. Like, she is so charming to me. Even though she is like the ultimate hater.
Agreed. I don't disagree. I followed Giselle for the sheer comedy of it all. She's a mess.
She is like a whole ass mess.
So, okay, the first episode opened with, who were we with first? Was it Karen or was it Giselle?
No, we were with Ashley first. And Ashley's going to have to do something else because I don't want to see all of this. Okay, she's having children. She's at that age, fine. But, like, we've got to do something other than ignore the fact that Michael is, like, you know, out in the streets.
I thought she was going to say 1,000 years old, but okay.
No, I mean, whatever. All of their husbands are 1,000 years old, if we be honest, the ones that really got money. But,
I mean, true, because the new girl, baby, she looks like Barbie. Yeah. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Yeah. So that's like from childhood. If y'all know this song,
yeah,
very plastic. But she's real about her shit. I'm not mad.
No, they should not. Joy said that new moms and divorcees should not be on the show. We don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. We don't
called
care.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta, or no, Potomac. I'm about to say Atlanta, but it's not Atlanta. They're Potomac.
It's just not interesting, and like, it's not interesting. And then the whole Michael thing is like, we know the second that Michael gets a chance, he's gonna be tipping if he's not already. And like, y'all had y'all's arrangement, and that's fine, but like, go do that or something. I don't know. I don't find Ashley to be entertaining at all.
No. But like, to me, it's just like Ashley's giving, I'm here for the money.
Yes.
And now I have two lottery tickets.
Correct.
And like, not to equate the children, you know, like, I'm not shitting, but I'm just saying, like, now
you got it right. You got it right. And then every time, child, we'll get there.
Girl.
Yeah. Joy said that is lying about her age, and we gonna get there.
You're older than us, I tell you that. But you're not my age.
Child. Yes, the second baby was absolutely security because especially after Michael slipped up again. I was like, okay, Ashley about to run this right on back.
Yeah,
Your
because
second
she
baby.
talked about it. Remember, she said that they had like a 5-year, whatever the case.
Yeah, their prenup, and they renegotiated the prenup. So she's going to get prenup money in addition to 2 babies worth of child support if they end things, which I think she's gonna at some point.
I mean, she just ought to, because I can't imagine that the 75-year-old is still putting in work. Like, I don't know. I just, I wouldn't know. I would not be partaking. That my daddy is 73. I would not. That's disgusting. No old balls, okay?
No, thank you. All right, let's go to Mia since we right here. Why is Mia lying about her? Why she gotta swing that big? Like, she does not have to lie that hard. She could have gave it like 43, and I would have been like, okay.
I mean, she
should not have landed anywhere with a 3 in front of her age, because I don't believe that.
I mean, she could have had, but well, according to last week's episode, she was a stripper. Allegedly. So maybe she was living hard. You know, when you out here living like hard like that, they sometimes look real tragic.
True. They haven't revealed the part about the stripper yet. Like, there were whisperings, but I think the next episode is going to confirm that she was a stripper. Especially because on Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked about it, and Giselle was like, well, she was. And, like, she was very matter-of-fact about it. Like, I like her. She was. So
bartender.
Right, allegedly a bartender. And we all know what that means. Like, knock it off. Knock it off. And, you know, not for nothing, but the bartenders in the strip club barely wear any clothes. So, you know.
A fool. I mean, and don't. Right? And don't. But, you know, whatever. It's a profession. Do you, girl.
She lying. But I don't have any problem with it. Like, if that's what you want to do, then carry on. But, like, please.
But I wonder if it's a thing of, like, you know, telling a story, so not to be judged by the public in that way. Because, you know, like, I can't remember. There probably was other shows back in the day that had, like, women who were just like, yeah, we met in the strip club. I was a stripper. And, like, the world kind of looked at them totally differently. So I wonder if that's... she's
trying to, like, portray her professional image of, like, oh, I'm a this, or I'm like a chiropractor. I don't know, is she a chiropractor or she just run a practice? I can't remember. I
think that's the company that he owns, and he then stepped down from a role and from the, you know, like the head, whatever.
Hello, that's the one. That's the one that don't want to claim she was a stripper, Nene.
But I don't feel like Nene didn't want to claim that she was a stripper, because remember she did the photo shoot with Derek Blanks as a stripper.
Did she? Nene be
she
lying.
Did. That was like dumb early in the seasons. Like we now in like, you know, season or 2000 with them, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, who else we have? Candace in that big house.
Candace is annoying. We can skip her.
We can, and she's gonna. I don't see her marriage lasting long, especially with her working with her husband now. I think that shaved off a year or two. So,
I still am trying to figure out, like, well, not that I'm trying to figure out. I want to see what is the connection. Not, you know how, like, you can look at people and be like, okay, I see this for you. I get why you guys are together or whatever. Yeah. I don't see it. I don't. I really saw from the jump that she came on the show that it was, he's got money. He can take care of the lifestyle I want to live. And that's that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on, Joy.
We're getting Joy on the line one of these. Once we get a few more people in here, we're getting Joy on the line.
Sure.
But
I feel like if we start having like guests to like talk about this with us, that also pulls other people's attention, other people's audiences. So that'll be fun. We can do that. I mean, we're going to do this like every week anyway, so it's fine.
Yes. Oh, Karen did too much with that whole wishing death thing. Talking about Giselle was wishing Ray to die. What is it with the girls, how they don't get analogies? The girls in Jersey don't get analogies either.
Wait, I'm confused. I must have missed something. What happened?
Okay, this was at the beginning of this week's episode, like yesterday's episode.
Okay.
And
I wasn't paying
Karen
attention.
said she was mad at Giselle because Giselle wished death on Ray. So back up, like, I think maybe the first or second season, Ray was like, well, Giselle, you're not always going to be pretty. You need to lock it down and get somebody now while before your looks really start to fade. And Giselle said, basically, like, he'll be dead before my looks start to fade. And I'm like, that's not wishing death on anybody.
It's not. But I can see how she made the stretch.
I think she just wanted to stretch. I mean, with their relationship, anything, even mildly a little piece of anything, the other is going to jump on it. So,
I mean, I'm going to disagree.
So,
I just feel like that's a throwaway, antic. Just let that go. I don't care that much about that.
I was tickled about Robin criticizing Giselle's closet.
Girl, not her closet, her house.
Her wing, the west wing.
No,
Robin
she was like, the outside of the house still looks bad. It looks like they attached the house to a house.
That's what I'm talking about. The wing. Giselle's wing, which was nice inside, but Robin was like, it doesn't look good. I was shocked because normally Giselle and Robin are like this. Like, one don't go far from the other.
But
and she was just like, that shit don't look good.
It don't. It do look like what she said, a house attached to a house. Like, what is going on here?
It does. It looks worse. And even I watched What Happens Live after, and Andy asked about that, and Giselle was basically like, oh, it's not done yet, and Robin knows that. We're still like getting the outside together, blah blah blah. Oh my god, the furniture is awful, but I liked her little dressing room.
What'd you say?
The dorm. I liked her dressing room, how she had her closet set up, and then like the line of mirrors and for her makeup station and everything like that.
It's cute, but it's echoey as hell. Like,
yeah, it's a big room. There's nothing really in there, but her little one line of clothes.
It just seems like, ooh, I saw this on somebody's on the if she's watching Married to Medicine. I saw this on Married to Medicine, so I decided to create me an upstairs closet.
But it's not like an upstairs. It's not like a 2-story closet. It's just a big room.
Yeah, I know, but it's a mess.
I feel like she could have done more with it. I liked the space of it.
I do.
I thought that was nice.
But I mean, at the same time, we're giving her grief. It has been COVID, so she's probably not been able to get like the furniture pieces and like a designer.
And honestly, if we're being honest, like, minimal is actually an upgrade for Giselle because she tends to do too much all the time. So let's let her leave it empty.
Like, that'll do for now.
That'll do for now. She looked so pretty on Watch What Happens Live, and then she had on all the wrong jewelry and the wrong shoes, and I was just like, what is this?
No,
what is this? Joy said she redecorated her whole house in COVID. It don't matter. We was trying to give Giselle. We was trying to let Giselle make it. And Joy said, "No, ma'am."
Drag it down. Not that. Oh my God! I just, you know what? That's that on that. But to your point about her on Housewives or Watch What Happens, she looked really, really nice. I did like the dress. I don't know about the shoe, like you said, but at the same time on TV, that dress looked like her skin. But when you saw, like, I saw her, she had posted it on Instagram. Yeah. And it looked like the dress was like my skin tone, but it was on her. Ooh, hey, Faye. Hey, Faye. What up, girl?
I thought she looked nice. I didn't think it looked bad. Especially for Giselle. I think it looked fine. And I mean,
for Giselle,
she looked pretty. To me, she looked pretty. She looked pretty. She just needed on different accessories and different shoes. Like, there was a big white cuff on her shoe. Yeah. And I was like, why don't you have on all like a neutral shoe or like a gold shoe? Why is this white cuff here? And then she had like some bracelet on. She had like a bracelet on each arm. And I was just like, that one shouldn't have been there. It had blue in it, and I didn't understand that. And then she had like a mixed metal chain on, and I was like, that would have looked nice, but it looks cheap. Like if it was mixed metal and it looked expensive, it would have looked nice. But like her makeup was pretty, her hair looked nice, the dress fit her, it looked beautiful on her, but it was just like that's how it is with Giselle to me. Like she
got some hits and then it'd be a whole lot of messes.
And it'll be like her outfit will be fine, and then she will just clutter it with so much jewelry. And listen, I used to have that syndrome. Praise God, I've been delivered. But like, just take off. Like, literally, she is one of those people that needs to have a tray of like at the door for her to take off 2 things before she leaves the door.
You sound like what's that show we used to watch on TLC with the women with the dark hair?
Oh, What Not to Wear.
Yes.
That's a Coco Chanel's quote. I don't remember the exact quote, but it's like, you should always take off 1 thing before you leave the house. Anyways, Giselle needs to take off like 2 or 3.
Coco, but yeah. That's something she used to say all the time.
She needs to take off 2 or 3 and leave it right by the door. Right in a bowl by the door.
Hey Josh boo.
Hey gang. What else? I took notes. Let me see. I don't want to hear Wendy talk about this career transition no more. Nobody cares. You're on Housewives now.
Talk about anything. Wendy talk too goddamn much. Like Giselle was saying in that first episode, like, go on, sis, and land the plane.
Get to the point.
This whole monologue about how you went to go get a nip and a tuck. Don't nobody give a fuck that much. But
nobody gives a shit.
Like, girl.
Literally, no one cares.
But at this point, I feel like this is a running joke. Like, she's a running joke. Constantly talking at length about what, like whatever it is she's talking about in regards to herself. That's a Wendy thing. I think that's just going to be like the part of her. That should be her like tagline. I talk too much so that people get bored with me after a while. Something like that. I don't know.
Okay. And another one who I'm getting bored with talking all the time is Candace and her whole victim mode about Monique. I have thoughts about that, and I feel like Monique deserved to whoop her ass last season, to be honest.
And should have.
And I don't think she should have been kicked off for it either.
But here's the thing. Monique said that she wasn't kicked off. She said that she left because of how they aired the reunion stuff. And it made them out to look like, her and her husband to look like the bad guy. But then Giselle and Candace as though like victims or whatever the case may be. And she was just like, I'm not with the shits. Like she was going to come back to the show. But because they did it that way, because Monique has her own like YouTube and whatever else.
Who cares?
Not
for lazy moms.
Forget it. Because Monique's thing too was like, this is like pennies in the bucket for me in comparison to the money that my husband and I make in our other businesses. I don't really need this. Whereas the other,
I'm gonna tell you what I really think it was. I think from what I saw of the marriage and the whole situation, I think Chris was disgusted with her after she put her hands on Candace. I think he was disgusted, and she is trying to save her marriage. I think she is there trying to repair all of these tatters because he looked disgusted with her that she had actually got on that camera and fought that lady. I thought Candace deserved it, but
depending on what he does investment wise and like the circles that he travels in, I can see what you're saying, like him being disgusted about it. But at the same time, I kind of feel like when they had conversations about it, he was not happy or not pleased, which is the same thing, that she had gone that far. But he was just like, I understand based on what they had been dealing with behind the scenes that we were not privy to as the audience. Okay.
It didn't give me, I understand. It gave me, I don't want a wife out here dragging people through the streets. That's what it gave me. And like, this is not the type of marriage I want to be in. And he was already real traditional of like, wanted Monique to be at home and wanted her to be doing everything for the kids. He was already very traditional. And I feel like this is what sent him over the edge and was just like, I
mean, I don't disagree with you there.
So
he didn't understand. He was concerned about his That's what it gave me. I would agree. I totally could see that, but at the same time, Candace needed her ass whooped. You talk too much, sis. So evidently,
listen, I didn't see any problem with it, and the way they played it at the reunion, and you see Candace reach out for Monique first, I was like, she deserved her ass whooped.
when you put your hands on somebody, you better be prepared to fight.
And she was like flipping her hair and stuff. I was like, oh no.
But then it's like, she's a savage, ravage animal. And it's like,
and then we had to deal with a whole season of her in her sticky notes at the Mary Jane mirror with all her sticky notes up there. We had to deal with that. And now she's on the men from sticky notes.
Dramaticals.
It's just, no, Joy, she did not learn. She did not learn. And because everybody rallied around her. Well, not everybody, but people rallied around her as the victim. And she feels like because Monique didn't return, she was the one that won. But I still think,
like, girl, Monique left because she got real money. She ain't got time to be playing with these fools. They not gonna let me beat your ass.
Monique left because she needed to secure her money and make sure that her husband is not out the door. Is what why.
Stop this.
Okay, that's why she left.
Oh, so, I cannot. Okay.
Anybody else? Oh, Giselle's daughter's dragging her. They drag her all the time. It's funny to me because they even dragged her with like, you picked the wrong man. It's like, that's your daddy.
Right. Because they was mad last season about them allegedly seeing one another. And then to go into this season with them dragging her again, it's just like.
All over again. Afresh. They dragged her afresh. So.
It just makes me wonder, like, what is the relationship between the Giselle girls, between her girls and Sir, Pastor Swing a Dick. What?
Not Pastor Swing a Dick. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that one.
They did like Sherman. You're right.
They did like Sherman. They like Sherman.
But Sherman didn't like the craziness of that damn show, and he was like, I'm out.
Correct. I don't know. Maybe they have a good relationship with their dad when they go to Atlanta for 2 weeks in the summer, and that's it. Maybe.
Come on, Gabe.
What killed me last season, I know we going back and forth, but last season, why Giselle had to stay at the hotel and why the children had to stay at the hotel. My thing is, fine, y'all don't want to be, remember when they went to Atlanta for the opening of the thing?
I was real confused about that, yeah.
And I was like, okay, if you want Giselle to stay at the hotel so you can spend time with your kids, that's fine. But why the kids at the hotel when your kids are in your city?
Like, and this show is not about the kids, but my assumption is that them kids don't fool with Pastor Swing a Dick at all.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do because they was in his city and not at his house.
And I'm like, how dare I, as a child, be here in your city when my father is like allegedly wealthy and I have to stay in a hotel, even if you paying for the hotel. Like, what is going on here? Something in the milk is not clean.
And not the fanciest hotel either.
Talk about it.
So that's all I got. What else you got? You have any other Potomac thoughts, predictions?
I was very much there for the dinner scene when Mother Karen, read Giselle down for her hot box and something whore from Hampton University.
It was like a dirty whore from Hampton University and something about Sing Sing. That's where she lost me. I was like, now, Karen, why do you have to bring up Sing Sing? Is Sing Sing still open?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
But I mean, the ladies are of a certain age, so it's okay. We just let that shade fly.
On Watch What Happens Live, she was like, I was just going with it. I was right there. And it was just coming off and it sounded good. So I said, she was like, I didn't even know Sing Sing. I don't even know what Sing Sing was. I just heard it somewhere. Because
Karen girl is from down the road in the country, not far from where I live.
She was like, what did she say? She thought it was like a mental ward or something, which I'm like, I guess you're not that far off. But I only know Sing Sing because of Breakfast at Tiffany's. But
Well, God, how old is that movie?
It's really old. Very old. 60s, maybe?
Oh, yeah. See, last season, the kid said he only called Giselle. He talked. They did. I forgot about that.
Oh, no.
Which makes me feel like them, like we've been saying this whole time, them kids don't fool with him.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know if they call, I almost feel like they call him by his first name.
Jamal! So,
anyway.
That's all we got.
That's all we got for the reality recap this week. Let us know what you're watching. And
yes, tell us what you're watching. And we'll be back next week at between 6:15 and 6:30, y'all, because
I wonder if we should start it at 7.
I think 7 is an interesting time.
So this is the conversation offline. All right.
I mean, yes. But yes, Joy, we're going to get you in here one of these, well, many of these times whenever you choose to get up here. But yes.
Please. Because Joy was coming with the commentary in the comments.
Man,
I appreciate
it. Yes. All right, friends.
Bye.
Adios. Till next week.